is Chelsea and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're going to be going over my February book haul. So somehow, like last month, I not only have my actual book haul for February, but I also have some unboxings. This month I actually have 3. The main reason for that is that our Shelflove crate box was actually late in January, so the box I have right now is for January. February did not quite arrive yet either, and I'm not too sure exactly when that's coming because the book in the box is actually one that just got released this last Tuesday, so it is going to be slightly later. The January box, they were having some issues with a manufacturer making a product, and so it took longer. The one thing I have to say is they are really good about making sure you know that something is behind schedule, and so I'm very excited about that. But I also have my February OwlCrate and February Unplugged book box. So I think we're going to start with the unboxings again. I am really hoping in March to not have to do all of this at the very end of the month. However, I don't have a huge book haul to do, so I don't think it's going to take too much longer than normal. So the first box I have in my pile here is the Unplugged book box for February, so we're going to start with this one. Apparently the more boxes I have, the less likely I am to actually remember the themes, so I don't know the theme for this box. Okay, so for February our theme was Listen to Your Heart, and then we do have some spoilers on the back. Okay, so the first item we have is going to be in this box. I'm going to assume it is some sort of Harry Potter item because of the symbol on the box. We have his glasses and the scar. And it looks like this one has been created by Bookish Signs. I'm glad that we have a sticker on there so we know right away. So this one is really cute. It's going to be a little hard to see, I feel. I'm going to take some of our purple paper here. See if this helps. It says, when in doubt, go to the library. It is just sort of etched on there, so it is a very nice little glass, and it is very cute. I think we have received one before from, I want to say probably the same company, similar design to this, where we just had like an etched quote on here, but this is very cute. Our next item is wrapped up in this purple tissue paper here. And it looks like we have a candle. It is called Too Clever Fox. And it is supposed to be scented sweet tobacco, ocean mist, and cloves. I do want to say this is not my favorite scent. It is a sort of muskier type of scent. I'm assuming it's going to be the cloves and the tobacco part of it. It's not a bad one, and I'm very interested to see exactly what this is from, but it's a very intriguing scent. I do prefer more of like the floral or fruity type of ones, so this is probably not one that I personally would end up burning. This one is created by Get Fictional. It looks like it is based on the Grisha trilogy. The next item we have is in this cute little bag here. It looks like we have our tag. So it is Rebellion Blood Hearts, and it is little soaps made by Bubble Princess. So we have, it looks like a couple silver and one red in here. And so it doesn't say what fragrance or anything it is, but we do have 2 silver ones and 1 red. I'm going to assume that this is from the Red Queen series, and I was correct. So this one is called Peta's Disguise. Based on what I read here, it does look like it is a charcoal face mask. So it has the like powder in here, and then you do mix it with water. And it looks like this one was created by Democ. So we have a cute bookmark. I really enjoy this. So this one's obviously based on Stranger Things. We have like the light with the alphabet. So again, I really do enjoy this one. This is a really nice quality bookmark, and it will definitely just go with my collection. And this one was created by Bookish Signs and More. As always, all the creators will be listed down below so you guys can check them out. And then before we get to our book, we have a couple more paper type of things. We always have our playlist that goes with the book. On the back, they have a smoothie. This is an anti-dementor smoothie. We have a gratitude journal page, and then some, I guess, communication tips. Those ones always vary a little bit. And then for our book of the month, the string is coming off a little bit, but let's see what we have here. Okay, so we have Spectacle by Jodie, Lynn, Zdrok. I am very, very sorry that I'm probably mispronouncing that last name. On the front it says, she sees the truth, but the killer terrorizing Paris sees her. So this one definitely sounds more of like a mystery thriller type of book. We do have a signed book plate, as well as it looks like a letter from the author. A nice handwritten letter, so you will definitely need to know cursive to do this. The one thing that I don't see in here is that we usually get a black envelope from the Unplugged book box that tells us some of their stuff about it, but instead we have this card that is for a reading journal page. I'm not too sure if I enjoy that or not. I have my own ways of deciding if I like a book and remembering things about them. So this is a very interesting type of book. So apparently this is in Paris in 1887, and our main character works in the morgue column of a newspaper, which is very intriguing. But when the latest murder happens, she actually has a vision of the murder from the murderer's perspective. And so that gives us a little bit of a sort of magic-y paranormal twist to this book, and so I'm a little bit intrigued now. If it was just a mystery thriller, I'm not too sure if I would have enjoyed it. So I'm very intrigued to see what this one is all about. And then the very last thing we have in here is going to be our reveal of the theme for March, and that is going to be Bloom Where You Were Planted. So this is going to be the theme for March. I do believe March will be our first spring box from Unplugged Book Box, because they do like seasonal types of boxes, so this should have been our last winter box. Next, we're going to move right into our February OwlCrate. And so this is the card that we have for our OwlCrate, and it does look like the theme is whimsical beasts. Again, there are spoilers on here. We're going to set that to the side. So the first item we have on here is obviously going to be a beanie. So this one is a really, really cute one. It is obviously based on Harry Potter. It says Accio Books. This is a really, really adorable one. Again, I know I've said this before because we've gotten beanies in previous other boxes from other companies. I live in Phoenix, Arizona. The coldest it got actually last week, when we had some rain and even some snow in parts of the state going on, was in my part about 40 something, a little bit closer to 30 at night. So I don't have a good chance to wear these a lot of the times, but this one is really, really adorable. And it looks like this one was designed by Michelle Gray, as well as the OwlCrate team. The next item we have in here is a soap, it looks like. It's called Pixie Dust. It is a crystal soap. This is actually a really cool item. I've been using a soap that I got in an Unplugged book box a few months ago, and I've really been enjoying it, but it's almost gone, and this one looks amazing. This one is created by Lilu's, and it is just a soap. I don't know if there's any specific fragrance. It doesn't actually say. It just tells you what ingredients it was made with. But I really do enjoy the color, and it's a little bit glittery, and this is just a really, really nice item. I like it when they include things like this. The next item is very exciting, actually. It looks like we have an umbrella. So this one I'm going to also assume is related to Harry Potter. Hagrid's hut with Buckbeak. There's our Fluffy. And then we do have like the Whomping Willow with the werewolf. We have Fox. This is just really, really cool. Again, I'm not really gonna open this inside, but it is the same pattern on the whole thing. This is really, really nice. I absolutely love this. Again, Phoenix, we don't have much rain, but I do always carry an umbrella with me just in case, and this is a really, really, really nice one. And it looks like this was created by Anne Lambelet. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Again, I'm going to link everybody down below, but this is a really, really nice item. Next, we have a keychain here. Let me actually take it out of the plastic, make it a little easier to see. So this is a Haku Dragon keychain. It looks like it was created by Four Seasons Fox. And this is a really, really nice quality keychain. Again, I'm not entirely sure if this is from anything in particular, but I really, really do enjoy this. So this one was inspired by Spirited Away, which is one of the Studio Ghibli movies I have not watched yet. But it is a really cool design. It's been one that I've been wanting to watch, and so I feel like I need to do that soon. But really, really enjoy this. So OwlCrate is including pins with all of their boxes for this year at least. They started in January. So our pin for this box is an official Phoenix Writer Club pin. The pins do go with the book. So this is going to be our hint for the book. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but again, I really do enjoy the pin. It looks like it was designed by Ink and Wonder Designs. Okay, so first of all, it looks like we have like 2 books in here because we have this like super cute graphic novel. It is the Tea Dragon Society by Katie O'Neill. And just by flipping through it, I absolutely love this art design, and I'm very, very intrigued as to what exactly this is, but it is way too adorable. So apparently this is about our main character of Greta, who is a blacksmith's apprentice, and then she becomes entwined in the enchanting world of tea dragons. So again, I have not much idea what this is about, but I am probably going to be reading this later today because this is just super adorable. And then we do have our book of the month. This is going to be Crown of Feathers by Nicki Presto. I feel like I've heard this, but the cover I don't think I've seen because OwlCrate obviously does exclusive covers as well. So I'm going to have to see what the original cover looks like to see if I actually recognize this or not. But this one is absolutely gorgeous. It does come with like a bookmark that's in the shape of a feather with like a string on it, which is just adorable. And it says, sometimes the title of queen is given, sometimes it must be taken. This is just really, really cute. And then we also do have our letter from the author. It also has a map on the back. Now for our pretty, pretty book, we actually have purple stained edges, which is just amazing. And then because it is an OwlCrate book, it is signed by the author. So this is a very interesting synopsis for a book. So apparently it's going to be about 2 different sisters. One of them is our main character of Veronica, who really, really wants to be a Phoenix writer. There were legends of Phoenix writers in the past, and so this is like her main goal. But after finding out that her sister is like wholly against this plan and has other things that she wants to do, Veronica decides that she really wants to do this, even if she has to disguise herself as a boy to go and do that. Once she gets there, it sounds like she sort of integrates herself into the Phoenix Writers, but then her sister ends up coming back with lies and betrayal. So again, I don't know too much else about it, but it sounds very intriguing. And on the back it says, I am a daughter of death, from the ashes I rose, like a phoenix from the pyre. I really enjoy this cover though, because it's like it wraps around the whole book, and it is just absolutely gorgeous. And then this is going to be our comparison for the 2 covers. It looks like the original cover was just a little bit lighter of a background. I still don't really recognize this cover, so it's something that I might have just not really had on my radar, but it does sound very intriguing. And then it looks like the theme for March's OwlCrate is going to be murder and mayhem. And so now we're going to be jumping into the January Shelflove crate. This is in a slightly different box than they used to have. It used to have actually their logo on it and it was blue. This one though just has some tape around the actual box, and it has my address posted right on top. So we're gonna not show that part. I'm wondering if it's because the box was late, they just didn't have the time to actually get a proper sized blue box for it. Okay, but here is our little packet for the January box. Our theme was squad goals. On the back, it talks about February's theme, which was Warrior Women. That is not available to purchase anymore, so we're going to skip on past that. And so our first item is a cloth item that is in this bag. So it is a Marauders Map, I want to say like a full-on like long scarf maybe. The material is very interesting for that type of thing though, because it is slightly more stiff, and it is thin as well. It is absolutely gorgeous. I do believe this was the design of the item that they were having trouble with at the manufacturer. They did send a question out wanting to know if people wanted it to be a different type of item than it was before. I don't remember if it was supposed to be a scarf or not. I do really enjoy the design. I'm just not too sure how much wear I would get out of this. We've had scarves from other boxes, and I don't even, maybe this one in the past, most likely other boxes that have been softer, a better quality, but I do really enjoy the design of this. And the scarf was designed by Kiko Illustration. The next item we have in here is a little bit bent, at least it's bent in between the magnetic bookmarks, but we do have Stranger Things magnetic bookmarks. These are absolutely adorable. I love the design of the actual characters. So we have 11, Mike, Will, Dustin, and Lucas. Again, these are absolutely adorable. They are the ones that have the magnet all the way through, which is a really good design. I do prefer that over than just having the small square or rectangle magnet in them, and this is just absolutely adorable. And these were created by Naomi Lord. The next item we have in here is going to be a temporary tattoo design. This is created by Bookmarked Tattoos. And at the bottom it does say no mourners, no funerals. It is backwards because of the fact that it is a temporary tattoo, but this is obviously going to be based on 6 of Crows. The next item that we have in here is a pin, which says Court of Dreams. I'm going to assume that this is part of the Court of Thorns and Roses universe, but it is just a really nice, cute little pin. I really love the design on this as well. And this one is designed by Hey Atlas Creative. So the next 2 items that we have here are created by Silkatara, who we've had create things in the past as well. It looks like these are our bonus items. So last year, they were doing the Lunar Chronicles trading cards for their bonus item. This year, it looks like they are doing chess pieces. So I don't know if they're going to be doing different character designs or if it's all supposed to be from one book. I'm gonna guess it's not though, and they're gonna be like pieces that are sort of like sets because of the fact that each of these characters is a bishop. But we do have Inej and Kaz. So what we have here are them and their bases. It does seem like they are a very tight fit into their bases, which is good because of the fact that they're not really supposed to come out afterwards if they're chess pieces. One issue I'm going to say right now is if they don't end up giving us some sort of chess board for it eventually, these are huge pieces and their bases are huge as well. So if you're actually going to try to play with them, it's going to be very hard. But the actual design is adorable, and I do enjoy the fact that they are like chess pieces. Here's our like bishop here with our characters. It's very unique. Okay, and then one of the pieces I'm actually the most excited about right now is we have a Lord of the Rings bookend. So it does say on our spoiler card that this is piece number 1, so I'm going to assume that we get a second piece because it is a bookend. You sort of need 2 ends. But it does say even the smallest person can change the course of the future. This is super well done. I really enjoy the design of it. It is one of those ones that has a very big back piece here, so I wouldn't necessarily say it's a super bookend unless you're like putting it like this on the books, but then you can't see the design. So I would probably end up putting it like in front of the books with like the books behind them, but it is absolutely gorgeous. And it does look like the second part will be coming out in the April box, and this one is designed by the Shelflove Crate team. And then for our January book, we always get a matching bookmark that goes with our cover art from our packet, which is really cool. But then we do have the Gilded Wolves by Roshani Chokshi. This is a book that I actually did receive in my OwlCrate from January, so this box is a little bit behind. I would have had 2 of these books last month. I have not read it yet. I will probably not be keeping this one necessarily, except... So they're stepping up their game a little bit here. We do have an actual signed book, and this is an exclusive, not a cover, but a book because it comes with art in it. From what I understand, this is an exclusive piece to this book from this book box company. It is not something that any of the other books had, and it looks like this piece was designed by Diane Dworak, so it is a special piece for this book, which does make it, you know, really cool. And then because February's theme, Warrior Women, is going to be done by the time you guys see this video, they did also include the March theme, which is Take Back the Throne. So this is going to be the theme for March for Shelflove Crate. So now let's get into the rest of the books that I did purchase in January for myself. The first one is going to be 99% Mine by Sally Thorne. I read The Hating Game by her, absolutely loved it, like 5 out of 5 stars last year. And so when this one came out, I had to pick it up. I have been in a semi-book slump for the last couple months ever since I found out I was pregnant, and I just, you know, was getting over morning sickness and everything, so I have not read this one yet, but I really, really need to. Then I also picked up the first book of Skulduggery Pleasant by Derek Landy. This is a book that I've been wanting to read for forever, it seems like, but I did not really enjoy the older covers. They were the ones that were a little bit cheesier. However, they did put out the new covers sometime last year, and I absolutely love these covers now, and it's so, so cool. This is a middle grade series, so basically this is a story that follows our main character of Stephanie, whose uncle Gordon was a fantasy writer. Well, when he dies, she realizes that what he was writing wasn't necessarily fantasy, and she ends up teaming up with an undead skeleton sorcerer guy, and I feel like they end up trying to solve mysteries or something. I don't actually know, but I've heard amazing things about this series. Then I also picked up Waiting for Spring Volume 10. This is by Anishin. This is a shoujo manga series that I've absolutely been loving. This one follows our main character of Mitsuki, who when she first starts high school, she is very shy, doesn't really have that many friends, and somehow ends up with friends of like the most popular boys on the basketball team, and it is just super adorable. So when the 10th one came out, I had to pick it up. I also picked up The Past and Other Things That Should Stay Buried by Sean David Hutchinson. This is the newest book by him. It is very intriguing, one, because of this cover. I absolutely love this, but also I've read a couple other books by him that I've absolutely loved. I love his sort of mix between contemporary style, but with that like magical realism element. I actually don't know too much about this. I believe there is our main character who has a friend who died, but then the friend comes back to life and they're trying to like go back about their lives. It is like part zombie novel. I've heard good things about this and I could not pass up this cover, so I had to pick it up. Then I picked up Bloom. This is by Kevin Panetta and Savannah Ganacho. This is a graphic novel book that I actually have already read, absolutely loved, gave 5 out of 5 stars. I'll talk about it more in my wrap up, but it is about these two boys here, mostly our main character of Ari, who is sort of stuck working at his parents' bakery. He is at that age where it sounds like he's graduated high school and he wants to go and do his own thing. He wants to go with his friends, move into the city, and try to make it big with their band. But his parents don't have enough money, and so he's sort of stuck at the bakery, so he decides that he's going to find somebody that will take over the bakery and let him move on with his life. This is a really, really cute coming-of-age LGBTQ story. I, again, absolutely loved it. The main reason I picked it up was the art style. It is very, very cute. The whole book is done in like this like bluish tone, and I just absolutely loved it. So I will talk about more of the details in my wrap up. Then I work at Barnes & Noble and we do get ARCs in every so often. I picked up Inspection by Josh Mallerman. This is going to be the newest novel by him. It's coming out April 23rd. I'm very excited to read this. I will probably read it in March. So this is a very intriguing type of premise. I don't know too much about it, and I don't really want to because it is supposed to be a sort of suspenseful type of novel. But there are two types of schools. There's like a boys' school and a girls' school. It is very, very small. Like there's only I think 26 boys in the boys' school, and they've like basically grown up there. They're going to be trained to be prodigies of art, math, science, all this kind of stuff. But our main character starts to think, why are we not really allowed to leave? Is there something else that's out there? That's all I really know, but I'm very intrigued to see what this one is all about. And then the last two books that I received were actually part of a Kickstarter campaign that I funded sometime last year, and they finally have arrived. This is going to be Barbarous by Oda and Hirsch. These are the people that do Johnny Wander. They also did Lucky Penny. But so it is written by Oda Hirsch and drawn by Yuko Oda. So this is a sort of small series. I think it is from their webcomic. I did not read them as a webcomic. I just purchased them this way because it looked very, very intriguing. But it is a world that has magical elements. Our main character here is sort of the bad girl. She is no longer going to the Magic Academy. She has not a really good handle over her magic, and so she ends up being sort of taken into this building where she can help the caretaker of the building in exchange for room and board and some salary. And the caretaker is this creature here. It's probably easier to see on this second volume here. And he is a familiar, which is very not common in this society. Most people think that he has some sort of glamour on him instead. And we're just sort of at the beginning of these 2 volumes getting to know our main 2 characters, their dynamic, and it is very intriguing. I read these both already. I don't think I've seen them on Goodreads, so I'm gonna have to see about putting them on there. Absolutely love them. I love the art style, and these are the oversized volumes, which is why they are so big, but the art style is absolutely gorgeous. I really enjoyed these, so I'm gonna have to look into more of these authors and illustrators' works. And so that was everything else that I purchased this month. The only other thing is I did put up a VNSA book sale and haul video. I will link it down below. I did have 15 other books that I purchased at a used book sale, and I will leave that in that video because it's just too much to go over. If you guys are interested, it will be linked down below so you can see the other books that I purchased. The book haul only comes about once a year in February, so I usually like to feel like that is a separate category. I did a really good job not buying too much this month, if we don't count those. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up to let me know. Leave me a comment down below letting me know if you've read any of these books. I would love to hear what you guys thought of them. Subscribe to this channel if you would like to see more videos. I do have videos up Mondays and Thursdays, so I will see you then. Bye!